What's going on, everybody? I know I said in one of the last videos that I was going to be cutting this weekend, cutting trees, felling trees, and I was going to. I went and looked at it again, and right now with the leaves on and the sap still up a little bit, because it's a beech and a red oak, so they're not like the poplars and everything else. Maples already starting to turn and lose their leaves. They're still, you know, some of them's turning around here, but they're still pretty green. And the tree just had too much lean, and I couldn't see enough of what I wanted to see with the leaves on, because that beech was tied up. But I don't know, that beech and that red oak so close, I don't know if that beech is interlocked with that red oak somehow or another. And that red oak has a lot of dead limbs up in it. One's already fell and hit the homeowner's building garage. So I didn't want to cut into that beech, because I'm gonna have to cut the beech first, then really analyze that red oak to see which way I want to take it. And there's homes and trees all around it. If I had a little more space, I wouldn't care to jack it over and try to cut it, because I've cut some pretty far leaning back ones before that, and it's got a fence in it, so I'm gonna have to high stump it. I don't know, I don't think it's rotted down in the trunk of it or in the butt of it, but I'm not real for sure. So I said all that to say this: I really didn't feel comfortable cutting it today, and I looked at the weather and they said the wind was gonna pick up some, which it ain't been terrible, not as bad as what I thought it was gonna be. Golly. So I just chose not to cut it. For one, yeah, I mean, I've got insurance, but I really don't want to put a claim on it, you know, or have a claim or wreck anybody's stuff. It's nice to have in case something does happen, but you don't want to go around and do crap that you know is kind of iffy. So what I'm getting at, and I don't care, some people probably get on here and say, well, I would have cut that, yada yada yada. That's fine. If you want to come cut it, more welcome to come cut it. Just not the guy who cut it. But anyway, so I'll not cut it. I may cut it. When the leaves come off, the sap gets down a little bit, and I can see a little more what's going on. And some of you are going to say, well, you could have probably climbed it. Yeah, I probably could have climbed it, but the budget really didn't call for me. The money budget really didn't call for me to climb it, so I'm not going to climb it. It was there. I was just cutting trees, pretty much fallen trees is all I was doing, and logging them up. So in return, I kind of picked the mess up. I got to keep all the money out of the logs instead of splitting it, or putting the money from the logs on the split. So that is what it is, kind of. But I have talked to a guy the other day. He's got a fence row, he said, that's 300 yards long, that he's got some trees that he's wanting to cut off of it. So they're not actually, he said some may have fence in it, but some of them, you know, 8 or 10 foot away. He just wanted it to where nothing falls on his fence. So but he's going to log it up and haul them and everything. All he wants me to do is drop them and top them. So whack them and stack them, you know what I mean? But anyway, so when he gets his cows turned in, when he starts feeding hay, that'll be something that I'm gonna do. And I've got another job that I need to go talk to the guy about. I told him when it got fall time that I'd holler at him, and we might try to get started on his stuff. So I've got falling to do, but I've been cutting firewood and splitting. So that's what I'm doing today. That hickory, I'm splitting some of this hickory up, and I don't know if you can see it or not. But way back yonder when I was cutting this stuff, you know, I'd try to split a piece. I tried to split a piece or something like that, and golly, I couldn't hardly split it. But now that it's dried out some, it's not that bad. And I don't know if y'all can see me or not, but I just try to find the natural way it's going to split, and of course try to look, make sure if they've got any knots or limbs on it. Now I'm splitting away from that. And this, the hickory, I try to go on the edges first if I can hit the same spot more than one time, just because it's still stringy, but it is splittable with a splitting axe now. So in a way, I like it kind of stringy, because it'll stand up, not fall over and crap, but it's heck getting it broke apart. So that's all I've been doing today is firewood, and I've been cutting in a pile, cutting in the old brush pile. First one thing and another. Right. Woo-wee. I don't think that wants to split. That's going to split. Put some stank on that thing. Yeah, buddy. I ain't gonna do this very much. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Now, no says I'll just get the splitter out. There's no sense in beating yourself to death. And I know there's going to be some keyboard warrior hero that's, we got some pretty good wood going on. Still got a whole lot there in the weeds, all that weed pile back up in there. There's wood. But I know there's going to be some keyboard warrior out there that is champion wood splitter. I'm going to say, I could have split that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw the rest of this wood out, put it next to the pile here, and I'll come back up here later at a later date and split a little bit. I've been running the 462, and I've been running the 500i a little bit today. But the thing is, I had all my big slingshot, and I had all my falling gear, cables and jacks ready and everything. But I just talked myself out of it this morning. I just couldn't. Sometimes I do pretty risky, crazy stuff that a lot of people probably wouldn't do. Wouldn't try to fall, they'd climb them or something, but I had a bad feeling about it. And too much of a liability to do that. So if you're ever, here's some red oak, and this is red oak right here, and it's in It was in a limb. It's got a little curve in it. And I'll show you. This red oak, it should split 10-to-1 easier than no hickory did. And mind you, this is in a limb, so it's not going to be the best splitting. But it's a lot better than the a lot better than the hickory. You can get on some good red oak. I'd rather hit myself in the side. I don't mind hand splitting red oak because you can get with it pretty much. So I know I've been putting out videos like crazy, and which I don't care to put videos out of me doing firewood, but you know, like I say, sometimes that gets kind of monotonous. I want to wear people out with me just doing firewood, but I should back the other way, I guess. I did that for a reason. It's better camera angle here. And another thing, walnut splits really good most of the time. If it ain't got no notch of limbs in it. It splits really good. Somebody dropped me a little walnut off up there at the top of the hill, but I don't know who it was. Gotta get all the holes and cracks out of it. I tell people with Rick of wood, I like it to be tight. I don't like to be a lot of gaps in it. You'll get some gap in it, but I want it to be, you know, I want them to get what they're paying for. Because I'm not giving the stuff away, especially with the prices of gas and everything. I want, you know, what I'm getting at is I'm gonna charge where I can make a little something, but I want to charge for what people get. I don't want to screw them out of anything. Because, you know, Rick of wood, 2 years ago, I didn't sell much last year. I don't think 2 years ago though, I sold, no, I didn't sell much last year. I mainly just cut and didn't mess with them. But anyway, messing with firewood. The year before last, I think, delivered within so many miles, we were selling it for $65 or $70 a rick. So I figured this year, if somebody comes and gets it, I'll give it to them for $60 a rick. If I have to deliver it, it'll probably be $80 a rick or so, depending on, you know, if it's pretty close. And if I got to drive 30 minutes, it's going to be a little more than that. But And I know a lot of people say drive 30 minutes. I have drove 30 minutes to deliver firewood, plumbing a different county. So I don't know what the deal is with it, but I don't know if that's saying my wood's too cheap or what. But anyhow, that's what we had. I've been doing some cutting too, like I say, and that skip chain cuts really good, but that full house chain smooth and it's fast for sure. Takes a whole lot longer to sharpen. I wished I could have got some of that semi skip, but I guess everybody's out of stock. I don't know. For something that ain't real common, or to me it ain't real common, you don't see a lot of people running it on YouTube or whatever. You think they'd have more of it, but I don't guess so. Not by the reel anyway. I don't know about a 100-foot reel anyhow. They may have it, if it's just loops or something, but I like it by the reel because it's a little cheaper like that. And I don't plan on cutting anytime, so I'm going to use it unless I get to where I just absolutely can't, just for whatever reason. But I'm not planning on quitting. Another thing, I put my rounds, as you can see, I put my rounds on the bottom. Try to anyhow, just for, because they still got the bark on it, whatnot. This weather's killing me. Up and down, hot and cold, hot and cold. But anyway, and sometimes even with my saw, if I don't want to get the splitter out, I'll just rip down some. We'll get the saw, and I'll rip it down. Try this 500. 2-foot bar is nice on it, but after I put that rubber mount in it, that rubber buffer or whatever, I think it'd be all right with a 28. And I know y'all can't probably hear me. The main road is just, or one of the main highways is just over the hill there. It's actually what this fence is for. But anyhow, that rubber mount really helped this thing out. And it's got power. You don't run it for a minute, you forget how much power this thing's got. It's really nice. Gets it back to easy where it's easy to split. And you get one cut out of it. But should be a lot easier to Watusi now, yep. Watusi Lucy. Well, that ain't, because I ain't hit the spot. There it is. But you get what I'm saying. That broke on off. Like I say, I don't want to be sitting here beating on something for an hour. And that's hard. Get a little less wood, it helps out. So, there you go. I don't use no good axe splitting wood. I use these old Fiskars and Huskies because I'm wild as crap with it. It'll be beat up, banged up, hit up. Y'all done seen my wife choke up on it and smack the handle. So it's all good in the hood. Oh my gosh. I thought that was gonna split for a minute. But it says, no says live. That's what it says. You gotta get right on it. Woo! Let's go home. I'll get that picked up another time. So anyway, that's what I've been doing today. I ain't cutting no trees, sorry. Maybe here before long I'll get you a video cutting trees. I've got some old footage that I never put up. I may go through and I've done a couple little jobs, I don't know. I think we got a little video footage of it, and I may try to find them and put them up. It wasn't no big falling job or nothing, just kind of a pruning deal. So I don't, like I say, I don't put everything up that I do just because sometimes, well, mainly I try to put stuff that's I think it's kind of interesting. With sometimes you just can't do that, or I can't. I'm trying to put footage up so I can get my watch hours up, and it seems like the more videos I put out, the more YouTube puts my stuff out there or something, because you know, when I was putting a video out every day, I was getting 2 or 3 subscribers a day. Maybe not on even the video that I put out, but just on other videos. And then I missed a day or two, and it's went back down to like maybe 2 or something. It really changes how, I guess, your algorithm, whatever that's called, does. So anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. This has been a long enough one, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you don't care. See ya.